Thanks. I really would like to discover what my purpose is. I feel like I've just been living life and that I'm here to do something, and I don't know what that is. I don't know what my purpose is, and there isn't much time left. Probably 2/3 of my life is over, and time does seem to be accelerating, and so I really want to find something that I'm passionate about, that I want to follow my bliss, but I can't seem to find what that is.
Well, there are a number of things that we want to say to you, and the most important thing is, this business of vibrational relativity. We've been talking about it all day here today. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we notice with you and with others, with a lot of you in fact, you parlay yourself into greater and greater clarity and greater wanting. And sometimes because you do such a good job of wanting and getting up to speed with it, meaning wanting and believing, wanting and believing, wanting and believing, that there's never much distance between what you want in any given moment and what you believe. So even though you are increasing in terms of your degree of desire and in terms of your degree of allowing, you don't notice it because you're doing such a good job of managing your energy. It's like a person could really want something and really not be in a place where they believe it. So they have really strong contrast. And when something happens, they shoot a really big rocket of desire off. And then when they come into alignment, they say, that was really a job well done. In fact, when you write a book about things like that, people applaud from all over the place, because nothing the public likes more than for you to make a real mess of your life and then clean it up. But for those who manage to keep themselves pretty much in alignment so that there's not so much drama and trauma, even though you are parlaying yourself into greater and greater wanting, sometimes you don't see those big events, and so then you say, I'm not sure that I'm doing that much wanting. And we want to say to you, you're sifting through the contrast, you're concluding things that you want, you're coming into alignment. So the most significant thing that we want to say to you, to any of you, is don't stand in a place where you are ever saying, I'm not sure that I've achieved what I've come to achieve, or that I even know what my path is, because none of you came with this great big assignment that was given. You get to choose the things that are important to you as you move along. And there's something really important and valuable about managing to keep yourself in some sense of alignment. And so what we're hearing you say is you're a little bit dissatisfied with your life, that it hasn't been a little rougher and that you haven't come to greater conclusions. You see?
Yeah. Well, I think, what I see myself doing is more spiritually aligned with my life, as far as my work being more spiritually aligned with my life. And, I encounter something and I think, well, wow, that's really great. I should learn that and teach that. And then I'll go to something else. And so I just kind of keep moving around trying to find what it is that I'm really, really passionate about.
Well, we want to say to you that anybody who's looking for the one thing that they will be internally passionate about will be disappointed, because your ability to adjust to what is happens so fast. In other words, things become so normal so fast. If we were standing in your physical shoes, the mantra that we would begin offering is, I want a steady, never-ending, constantly unfolding path of new ideas and adventures.
Wow, I like that.
Because that's sort of who you are. You're not wanting to settle into any one thing, nor should you, because almost as soon as you get there, the contrast changes and it takes you into another place, and into another place, into another place. When you are an eternal being, you sort of, sooner or later, have to relax into not trying to make it all happen right now. That's the thing that we really want you to hear. You are eternal beings. And what happens is, once you get in these bodies and you start talking to each other, you start saying things like you said to us. There's not much time left. And I'm not sure I've done what I came to do. And we say, you're alive, aren't you? You're moving through contrast, aren't you? You're having experiences. Your desires are being born. You can feel vibrational discord and alignment. In other words, that's what you came forth to do. You didn't come to get it done. Can you imagine knowing what you now know about law of attraction and about the expanding universe and about the eternal nature of your being? Can you imagine going back to that old, stale, archaic, ridiculous philosophy that says, I have one life and I have to make my mark and I have to get the attention of God and I have to live all the right things and I have to get all the right marks on the chart and I have to make it all happen now for now and all eternity? We say, how defiant of every law of the universe could that be? And so instead, when you say, I'm an eternal being, which means I will always be standing in a powerful now, and my now will always be providing me with the components of motion forward, and I have this magnificent guidance system within me, so there's no race or no rush. There's not this long list of unfulfilled things that I need to do. I wasn't given a list of all of the things that need to be accomplished on planet Earth, and I got to pick, well, I'll take care of that and that and that, and world peace. In other words, you came forth as a creator, not different from someone who goes into an art studio who finds all of the palettes of color, or someone who goes into a well-stocked kitchen and finds all of the ingredients. In other words, you said, I'll stand where I am and I'll summon my clarity and I'll live enough life to help me personally know what I want, and then I'll line up with that and I'll line up with that and I'll line up with that and I'll line up with that. And when this physical life experience comes to the point where I am ready to withdraw into non-physical, I will look back on it and I will say, that was fun. Not, that was dramatic. Not, that was meaningful. Not, I saved the world. That was nice. That was fun. That's sort of the way it is for me eternally. Just another nice vacation where I get to do meaty, meaningful, good-feeling things.
Wow.
So you get to choose. We hope we haven't disappointed you, but we want to say to you that we have never met a human, no matter how dramatically they are revered historically later, that has done one thing other than we just described to you.
Great.
Everyone lives their life gives them their desire exudes out of them, source answers it, and every one of them, to the degree that they have allowed it, has lived the joyful moment, and that's what life is, you see. We want to talk about this more. You may listen in if you want. When you stand in your now and you say, I will find the relationship that will last me forever and ever, or I will find the occupation that will fulfill me forever and ever, or the anything that will satisfy me forever and ever, what you're saying is, from where I now stand with my vibration as however far-reaching as it is, I want it to reach to the end of time and to the end of space. What a distortion that is in thinking. Because it implies that, first of all, I'm not eternal, and next, that I won't get another idea, and that my ideas won't continue to expand, and that law of attraction won't continue to bring it to me. But when you get it, that in every moment you're having an experience and the experience is causing you to ask and Source is saying, all right, here it is. When you get it, that you have that sort of relationship with Source energy, then it takes all of the tension off and you just don't stand here now trying to plan forevermore. You just plan for now. And the plan for now is, this thought feels better than this thought. I'd rather praise than criticize. I'd rather appreciate than find lack in something. I'd rather feel good than feel bad. That is what life is. And in time, you just get so oriented toward that, which is pretty much where you are, that people who watch you just see you as someone who calmly always ends up in the right place at the right time, who effortlessly have things flow into their experience, who commonly are experiencing the best that life has to offer. That the contrast that you live contributes to the idea of what you are wanting, but you are more known for your ability to close the vibrational gap than you are to live the contrast which shoots rockets far into the future, you see.
Wow, thank you. I feel amazingly better.
We have enjoyed this interaction beyond Esther's ability to find words to express. You are powerful creators with powerful questions, and you have been received wholly by that which is us. The answers that we have offered here, we are very happy about, because they have spoken to many of the specifics that you've talked about and felt about in this room. But we are even more exhilarated about the answers that are on your horizon, that you will be attracting and allowing because of your interaction in this gathering here today. This feels to us as if we have primed the pump for so much that is available to you. Be easy about it. We make too much of all of this. Just make a decision to have more fun and be more playful and look for more things to feel good about. And fork yourself into more alignment with more things that feel good. And allow the things that are stacked up outside your door. And we're not only talking about stuff, but stuff there is. But allow those relationships and those friendships and those opportunities and those rendezvous and those points of interest and those fabulous eruptions of ideas within you. Look forward to the goosebumps that will rocket through you and the clarification that will come over you and the awareness of your genius that is on your doorstep. Allow yourselves to reflect on yourselves in the loving way that your inner being and that which you call source and that which is us reflects upon you. We want so much for you to get just a taste of the love that we feel for you and the appreciation that we feel for your commitment and willingness to be in this leading edge position, allowing the contrast to inspire you to take us all to places that we have not been before and that we would not go if it were not for your contrasting experiences. You are adding to this world in ways that we cannot express to you, not even if we had many more hours and individual interaction with you. But you will know through the emotions that you feel the power of the work that you are doing. And nothing in all of the universe pleases the likes of us more than you finally get into the place where you are joyfully laughing and allowing yourself to be the personal, right now in this red hot moment, recipient of the desires that you have set into motion. Future generations will benefit by that which you do here today. But we want you in on it, and we want you in on it now. There is great love here for you. And for now, we are complete.